Say hello to my little friends. We have two really cool rifles to talk about today, so let's get into it now. All right, so these two rifles that I'm going to show you today are custom rifles made in the 50s. They're based on Mauser actions, and they have Mannlicher stocks. So let's just take this piece by piece. First of all, let me tell you the backstory as far as I know it. Ray lived in Nevada, and he was a journalist and photographer for the Sierra Nevada Conservationist. He built these two rifles in the 50s to go on an African safari hunt. And National Geographic actually did a story based on these rifles that he was building for this hunt. Now it appears he died very shortly after that, potentially 1961. And these guns kind of was in storage from that point on until just a few years ago when they were sold. That's the backstory I've been told. That's what I believe I know. I don't know any more than that. I wish I did. I don't know if he ever got to go to Africa. It probably doesn't appear so, but I don't know for sure. What cartridges are these chambered in? Well, that's kind of a big question. It appears they were chambered in something similar to 257 Weatherby Magnum in one rifle and 25-06 in the other rifle. However, they don't chamber those particular cartridges perfectly. There's issues. Now on this rifle, it clearly shows that this is the 250 Magnum. That's stamped right here, kind of on the chamber part of the barrel, 250 Magnum. Now that would lead you to think it's potentially the 257 Weatherby Magnum, but it doesn't fit perfectly. And all the other options the owner of this rifle has tried, they don't fit quite just right. And then this rifle, the other one, right here, doesn't have anything stamped on it. It seems very close to a 25-06, but not exactly. So these rifles are one of a kind. They're completely custom made for a specific purpose, and it appears the cartridges were Wildcats of some kind, you know, to add to the uniqueness of the rifles. But at this time, it's not 100% clear what they are supposed to be. And so the owner's probably going to take these rifles to a gunsmith, have him check it out, see if they can figure it out. Worst case scenario, they can get a reamer in there and make sure that the reamer matches the SAMI specs of 257 Weatherby and 25-06 if that's the cartridges that he chooses to go with. But I was lucky enough just to be able to borrow these rifles and talk about them. There's so many things about these rifles that I love. First of all, they're based on the Mauser 98 action, which is my favorite action of all time. Almost all actions of today, as far as bolt action rifles, are based on that Mauser 98 action, including the famous rifleman's rifle, the Model 70. So my favorite action of all time is the Mauser 98. These are both Mauser 98 sporterized custom rifles. The thing about a Mauser 98 is it's a military action. So they're not silky smooth. It's pretty smooth, but they're not silky smooth like some, Tikkas and Bergaras and Sakos. But they're meant to just absolutely work hard. They are built like a tank. Got that massive Mauser claw extractor. It's just absolutely a brilliant design. Have a 3-position safety on the left, up top, or over to the right. If it's all the way to the right, the bolt is locked. If it's straight up and down, that's on safe. And then if it's over to the left, that is, the bolt can operate and it can fire. These rifles also have a double trigger design, with one being the set trigger. So if you pull the back one back and you hear that set, then the front trigger becomes a hair trigger. Ooh, man, that's nice. A hair trigger firing that massive, beefy firing pin in this Mauser 98. The stocks are really cool. They are elegantly designed, nice woodwork here, nice features. Ferdinand Mannlicher was an Austrian gun designer and engineer that done a lot of cool things. But in today's time, anytime we see a stock that goes all the way to the muzzle or very close to the muzzle and is only on the bottom, not the top like some old Mausers, we call that a Mannlicher style stock. As far as functionality, there are pros, there are cons. It would be really just up to what you want in a rifle and what you think is good or bad. But nobody, I don't think, can deny the elegance of a Mannlicher stock. It just looks really nice. And so these rifles are just really cool. This rifle has a Lyman 57 peep sight on it. First 2 deer I ever killed was with a peep sight on a Mauser rifle. I believe it was an FR8 in the cartridge of 7.62 NATO or 308. And then this rifle is topped with a Redfield base and a Weaver K6 scope. Really cool vintage stuff. Now I could do a part 2 later if the owner, can get with the gunsmith and figure out exactly what these cartridges are, get them functioning perfectly. I'd love to take them out and shoot them, do a part 2. But I really just wanted to show them off to you today and talk about them. I've tried to do some more research on this Raymond Lyons, not a whole lot out there, but he definitely had a good eye for elegant rifles. And it's really cool to show off 2 of his rifles that he had built that are one-of-a-kind custom jobs meant for a safari in Africa. I'm going to try to find that article in the National Geographic. That'd be really cool. If you guys know anything about this, please comment below. I'd love to read about it. If you have old National Geographics, or if you can somehow get access and you can find the article, please send it to me. That'd be fantastic. So comment below, what do you think about Mannlicher stocks, Mauser 98 actions? What do you think about the old K6 Weaver or the Lyman 57 peep sight? What do you think about just the overall presentation of these rifles? I think they're pretty cool. What do you think? Like this video if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. More videos like this will be coming out. Until next time, guys, take care.